Hello and welcome. This is going to be a weekly reading for my lovely Leos. Now, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. These are general readings, and general just means they may or may not resonate for you. If your sun sign doesn't resonate, go check those other placements mentioned, your Moon, Rising, Venus, because more than likely one of those other placements probably resonate more with you. We're going to get straight into the reading. Let's see what's happening with Leos. Spirit, what messages do you have for my lovely Leos for the upcoming week? Oops. What message do you have for my lovely Leos for the upcoming week? Messages for my lovely Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Look what we have on the bottom. 10 of Cups, right? We're going to see what we get. So first up, we have Page of Cups. Coming to you, expressing how they feel about you. You've been wanting this. You wanted them to be more open. You wanted them to be more expressive. You want to know what's on their mind more times than not, right? You need that. You crave that. Like this is how I feel like I'm speaking as if I'm you, okay? So when I say if I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. You're like, if I'm dressed up, and you know I'm dressed up, or I come back, my hair, something's different, acknowledge it, That's what you want. Compliment me. You see it. And this is kind of the person that is like, well, you should know you're beautiful already, or you should know you're handsome. Because, it's not a gender thing. There are men too that like compliments. So please don't put this on gender. Gender, I mean, it's for, any side. And someone took heed to that advice and is making you realize that, wow, they listen, or someone was listening, even if you had to tell them a bunch of times, because sometimes, telling someone something and them actually doing it, it takes a few times. Hopefully you don't have to get to the point where it comes across as nagging, because if that's the case, it means you weren't listening in the first place. I'm not nagging. I asked you and you didn't correct the behavior. Death card, transformation energy, Scorpio. So you could be dealing with the Scorpio, Leo. That's different. I don't know any Leo Scorpio connections. I haven't seen any, so I wonder how that works. That must be fiery. Uh, but yes, a transformation. Yeah, they want to do it. When you love someone and you care for someone, it shouldn't be hard to want to make them happy. So just want to let you know they've been listening to you, and they are going to kind of start following through with some of your, I don't want to say demands, but it's kind of your demands. It's what you need. It's what you need to be in a relationship. And right, and if they want to be in a relationship with you and they want you to be happy and stay with them, yeah, this is what they need to do. On top of, I'm pretty sure there's things that you need to do for them, right? It's just the give and take of relationships. They aren't really made for selfishness, right? Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, Gemini energy, also Aquarius energy, Libra energy, air, logic, right? Now, the way to communicate, someone's communication style could be a little harsh, because for us to have the Page of Cups, which is kind of softer, very they read bylings, right? They try to be thoughtful with their words, versus a Knight of Swords. It can cut the way they speak. It's like, ask for what you want, but add some sweetness to it just a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if this is you or them. So if it's you, it may be a lot, but if it's them, like you could come in asking sweetly, this is what I need, and then how they respond, it's just, or when they need something, it just comes out. It's like they blurt it out and they don't think before they speak. And that could be maybe something you're telling them you need different. Like, I cannot deal with you not thinking before you speak. You need to take your time, because sometimes the things you say affect me, or it comes across, and I know you may not mean it. Sometimes it's like, yeah, it's not what I mean, but that's how it came across, right? You need a little bit more tenderness, or it's a little bit more softness, and it's not a gender thing. I just need you, when you're talking to me, the perfect person you claim you're into, you like, or you love. For those of you in a relationship, those of you dating is early, you like me here, then it shouldn't be an issue for you to kind of tailor that when you speak with me. Now, if they're just stubborn, like, well, this is who I am, I'm not changing. It's like, well, why are you here? Because Leos do move on. So if you're cross watching, Leos really, I'm not gonna say they're not gonna cry over you, but if they do, it's not gonna last that long because they're gonna be scooped up again shortly. Just how Leos roll. It's not their fault. Look, it's not Leos. It's not that fault. You guys are just, listen. Life stops for no one. You're pretty realistic in that way. We have Knight of Wands, which is Sag, and it's also uh fire, right? Which is Leo. It's Aries. It's fire. It's quick. It's passionate. And the thing about the Knight of Wands is they also act on impulse. So the two knights we have here are the fastest moving knights. Okay, two knights. So that's it. There's some immaturity. Yeah, I don't. It's not kings. I feel like as we get towards the end, we might get more king energy. But with these two knights, I'm like, it's not even the Knight of Cups or the Knight of Cups or the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. They're just so instinctual. It's coming in hot. It's like, hey, you're speaking before you think. You're not thinking of repercussions or anything or the consequences or anything. You're just straight shooter, yes, but it's not like, oh man, it really makes you uneasy at times because then it's like, how can I bring you around my friends and people if I'm worried about what you're going to say? Is this person going to say the right things? And then you may feel like you get embarrassed. So the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. This may be a deal breaker, especially for those, if this is newer, it may be a deal breaker unless this is like a complete 180. Like at least unless they change 180. And as I said, you're not here to change people. You're like, listen, this will make you better. Not even just in their relationships. Like if they like this with you, it's like your friendships, your work. Like this kind of personality can have a tough time at work because they're kind of, not that they're confrontational, but they're kind of, things they say can cause confrontation even if they don't mean it. And sometimes it's like, hey, you got to be aware of other people. It's not just you, right? It's not just any of us on this earth. We are all inhabiting this place. We all are taking up space. You kind of got to get out of that energy of me, selfish. You're like, because this could be a deal breaker. As I said, I feel like this death card here is saying they are working and transforming, but they're gonna have to, because for you, it's like you don't want to force this person to change. You want them to do better for themselves because you don't want to feel guilty like this person changed. But it's like the change is healthy though. Usually I'm like, if certain aspects of someone you want to change, like I don't like it this, but this seems, there's a way for them to still be straight up, to still be blunt, to still speak their mind, to still be honest, and it come across so much better where other people can receive it. And I think that, and that's why you're like, man, not do it for me, do it for yourself, because the amount of opportunities you can have, even with money and people wanting to work with you and people wanting to be around you, you're very wise. And here we go. King of Coins. So some of you guys, you may just go off with a King of Coins, but this could be the energy they transform into. Now, the King of Coins is very loyal, very stable, grounded. They think before they talk, before they speak. They think before they act. They're very, and this is how they're so successful, right? They're holding this coin. This is a tangible offer. For some of you guys, this is leaving a knight behind because the death card can be an ending. They could be wanting to apologize, but you've moved on with someone who's just so much like beyond much, like levels beyond this person's maturity. Like they just wasn't hitting hitting the way this person's hitting. They weren't like, so as far as the maturity and the growth, it's like, wow, this person's just there. They're who I want them to be already. I don't have to kind of foster that in them or try to change them or transform them. Like they're showing up already made. And that could, as I say, that can set off this person's change also, but it might be too late. That's for one of you guys. But the other group is like they are moving, they are changing into this. Because they're also tired of not getting results. Oops. Ooh, 8 of Cups. Oh, a lot of you guys, you did move on. Ooh, 8 of Cups is, look, they left those cups behind because the 8 leads to the what? What's on the bottom? The 10. That's what that leads to. You no longer resonate with where you are or with this person, and you know you're what you need, or you're not spiritually aligned here anymore. What you need is somewhere else, and you're heading towards a king of coins, strength, Leo energy. And it's painful because you care about this person, right? You're not just leaving, maliciously, but it's like there's nothing else I can do here. I told you what I needed. I told you what's important to me. And hey, yep. And you're in your Leo energy, strength card. That's your energy. So I'm going to pull some advice cards for you. I'm going to try maybe two. I think two would be fine, or three. We'll see. Spirit, what advice do you have for my lovely Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements? What message do you have for my lovely Leos? Oops. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. We'll take you. Turn this in. Any other advice? Leo, oops. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. I might just pick another one because it's not that many. I feel like this deck is hard for them to just fly out. Ooh. Should we take? Okay, we'll take three. Three for you guys, since they all wanted to turn. So first we have spread your wings. Archangel Ariel says, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. Yeah, for some of you guys, you're soaring right towards the King of Coins. Don't hold back. You don't want to be held back anymore. You've done what you can do for this night. How many times you want to ask someone to change or to do something and they do it temporarily, then they go back. And it's like they're not listening, they're not changing. Spread your wings because as you do that, you have this person here that's meant for this next part of your life, this next part of your journey. They just align better. Oh, but we also have compassion. Okay, let me show you guys these. Wait, let me show you this one. I like you guys, sometimes the illustrations, help you see, things in the cards. So I don't think I mentioned what deck this was. This is the Archangel Oracle cards, by the way. But it says compassion. Archangel Zachiel, it says soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to lead them, go out guns blazing. You don't have to beat them down. You can say, hey, you gave it a good try. We had a good run, but honestly, I'm just not happy here anymore. And even if they tell you they can change, just show compassion, because as I said, you still care. You don't I don't feel like there's hate. Some of you guys, maybe I'm wrong. Um, But yeah, all the people involved, especially with this new King of Coins, you want to start on a fresh slate with them or clean slate with them. So you don't want to bring any negative, all that baggage or the anger from this last person into this. So, have compassion for yourself, but also remember if this is a new person you're heading towards, have to be considerate of them and try to make sure you're cutting off any, what you need to cut off that's been going on in your past or with this past relationship. And last but not least, we got you are safe. You are safe as Archangel Michael. I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. Yep. So even when you end this, it's like I think as I said, the energy, you're not on that wavelength with them. Like even if it was in the beginning, you both maybe had an immaturity and you back and forth. You evolved since then. You already did your transformation, and you outgrew them, or you're outgrowing them still, and this next part of your life, it just feels like, you're 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior. You got tired. So that is your reading, Leos. I hope you enjoyed it. If it resonated, that's great. Please hit the thumbs up button below. Like the video. It really helps and it's greatly appreciated. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And I want to take the time out at the end of this video to just thank you all for your support. Doesn't go unnoticed. I want to thank you guys so much. And I do hope you have an amazing day. All right. Bye, guys.